Hey guys, what is going on? The Zip of RageQuitTV gonna be casting a game between Liquid.Jinro and Merong. Merong spawning as the blue Zerg, and if you didn't know, in Korean, Merong means sticking your tongue out at someone, making fun of them. So, he may be a smurf, or he may just be a guy with a sense of humor. Either way, he's playing against Jinro, which means he is very talented. Of course, Jinro hasn't had any results recently, which people have kind of attributed that to his skill. But due to the fact that in the 17 replays in this replay pack, 1 was a TVP, 6 were TVTs, 10 were TVZs, that leads me to believe he is like every other Terran out there, and finding TVP extremely hard to play. And of course, since Jinro lives in Korea, the only tournament he ever plays in is the GSL, where there's a lot of top-notch Koreans. A lot of people have been saying that Code B is a lot harder than any other tournament besides Code S. So, goes to show you just how hard it is to get into Code A, and when, you don't have one good matchup, like your TVP is horrible, well, you're bound to get that. You're bound to go against a Korean player who knows how to take advantage of your weakness, and it's just going to be so hard to win a tournament when one of your matchups is garbage. Of course, I don't know if that is Jinro's case, but I'm just saying there's a possibility, because the last game we cast of him was superb. He lost the game, but man, did he show skill. He is up at 13 supply, hasn't built his barracks, so most likely will be going for a command center first. And Merong looks like he will be going for a 15 hatch. So not very odd for a Zerg player to go for a hatch first. I mean, that is so common in TVZ. It happens every single game. But for a Terran player to go for a command center first is so uncommon that, I actually don't know any timings. I don't know what Jinro is going to be doing, so this is going to be a very interesting game. We do have Merong with his one drone going out to scout just because it is a macro map, as you do see Jinro going for a command center first, but because it is a macro map, every now and then you do have those Terran players or Protoss or anyone in general just cheesing on it, saying, you're going to play greedy, I'm just going to abuse that and go for the free win. Of course it is ladder, and a player like Jinro doesn't care about doing 2 axes on Tal'Darim altar because that is not good practice. He wants to go into those late games and show us marvelous games, so he is going to be going for that command center first and showing us his late game, which I am very excited for. It is Tal'Darim altar, so mutas will be very good, but against a Terran player who goes for such a late gas, I think Infestors may be the way to go. He does come in, scouts the command center first, so he knows exactly what is going on. He's going to try to take out this one SCV. SCV hops to the other side, and this SCV traps the drone, but it does manage to wiggle his way out and get away. But about that Infestor play, Infestors are a lot like sentries for Protoss. Back when they went for like that 3-gate expand, you saw the sentries move out so early, and they were so effective. Because they're energy units, you only need 6 to 9 sentries throughout the game, and then you're done building them unless you lose them. Because they kind of just hit that critical mass where they're so strong, that's all you need. Having 18 sentries won't help you that much more than having 9, because 9 is more than enough to use all their energy and do mass effect. If there's a battle going on where 9 Infestors run out of energy, something's wrong. I mean, the battle should not last that long. Maybe they use too many Infested Terrans, I don't know. But when they use 1800 energy, the battle should be over. It doesn't mean the Zerg wins, because then the Infestors are out of energy, they're depleted, so they're not a threat. They have to regain the energy. But while they're regaining energy, you're building units, and you're kind of getting double the unit production if you want to think of it that way. It's a very odd way to think, but that's how those energy units do work. And because you only need 6 to 9 Infestors, that allows you to get all the upgrades, go tech around, take bases where you want, get up for very fast Brood Lords, which Terrans have trouble with. The thing about Infestor play that Terrans really have trouble with, it's, well, Infestors are good against Marines. It's just that. And then if Terran wants to move out, going for a late gas, it looks like his gas is just about finishing, probably around 22 supply, 23 supply. It was late. Jinro, if he wants to move out early, he's only going to have like 3 to 4 tanks at max. And Infestors are so good against those low numbers of tanks because they shoot off those Infested Terrans, draw the tank fire, fungal growth the Marines, all the Lings and Banelings run in, and it's a massacre. Mutas, on the other hand, don't do well against grouped up Marines like this. Don't really do so well if a Terran player knows how to turtle well and defend against mutas, because mutas are harassment units. They have to do damage to be effective. And against a player like Jinro, who's going to turtle up And mutas may not be the way to go, and if you go for infestors, I'm just saying you get the tech up, you get those broodlords out, which become a trouble, and you also can take bases all around the map because, well, you're not spending all your money on mutalisks. You spend them on 6 infestors, which is going to hold you out for quite a while. Very nice micro, keeping that one Ling alive, by the way. Jinro is getting combat shields first, so I don't think he's going to be putting any pressure on. Just going to go to the Watchtower, then fall back. Of course, combat shields is a much better defensive ability than Stimpack. Stimpack, much better offensive. Just because, well, actually Jinro going to go in this little choke. Those Lings don't want to engage Jinro where they can't get a complete surround, so they do go back. But combat shields is good because it finishes quicker, which means you'll be defending against more timing attacks. Additionally, Stimpack is good when you want to retreat. If Jinro goes on this creep and there's banelings out, combat shield's not going to help him that much. Stimpack, on the other hand, will allow him to do that. However, it takes longer to do so. It's more of a timing attack, and of course, after you use Stim, your Marines aren't going to really be around too much longer, so they're not that good for defending wave after wave. They kind of just become a food sink. Once they stimmed once or twice, and they're low on HP until you have medevacs, they're not that good. So, Terran players, they're defending, they go for combat shields and then stim packs. If they're going to be on the aggressive, they go for stim packs, then combat shields. And of course, you can click on a Marine, see 55 HP, but if you want to tell the cool way, they do get actual combat shield with that upgrade. Jinro going to come out and take out these creep tumors. I don't think he's going to go too much further until that stim is done. He has also started +1. We do have a Baneling's Nest on the way. And this did force Merong to get some more Lings out, and he is going to go for that Infestor play like I did say, and is going to start working his way on these destructible rocks so he can take his expansion. But Jinro is already going to be taking his 3rd base, and that goes to show that is what the combat shields allows him to do. I mean, he was playing defensive, and now he's going to be taking his 3rd base. Very defensive play by Jinro. And Tal'Darim Malta is one of those maps where it's pretty easy to defend all 3 of your bases. If mutas do come out, it can be a little bit difficult. Mutas attack this base, they hop around in the back, and then they kind of swing around the middle line, then go at your natural, and then do it all around again. However, a good Terran player that knows how to build like Sim City will have missile turrets in the perfect location. They'll put 2 missile turrets back here, and then a missile turret here, a missile turret here. So the mutas, whenever they try to hop, they do take 3 to 4 missile turret hits, which is pretty much a muta death. And a Turtle Up Terran can deal with mutas fairly well. He is getting medevacs out. Lings are going to come in, just poke. And probably just seeing what Jinro's up to. Now going to go back in, maybe just checking the upgrade, see if he has +1 or the combat shields. The first time he pokes in, he's like, oh my god, you got a base. Wait, what are your upgrades? And then goes back out, so very nice play by Merong so far. Going up to this worker tab, it is 45 drones to 55 SCVs. He is definitely behind the workers. His 3rd base is later, and that's a little bit odd. He is getting that pathogen glands and burrow, and now 5 infestors. Infestors timed a little bit off, but it's not the biggest of deals. And it looks like Merong is going to go for some type of timing with his infestors, and just try to get Jinro's Marine count down low. And that is exactly what he has to do, because once he takes out the Marines for Jinro, Jinro won't be able to build units. That will allow Merong to take more bases, build more drones, and whatnot. And once his infestors do come out with the fun growth, Jinro will be in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have a tank count up right now. He's actually got 0 tanks. So Ling Infestor is going to be so ridiculously strong. And those infestors are now just popping. One is out. Actually, they're all out. Looks like they did pop at that main. And Merong will most likely go for some type of time because he has not been building drones. 45 drones to 57 SCVs, 16 Banelings morphing in. And Jinro could be in a little bit of trouble with this one attack from Merong. And you can see Merong is getting upgrades, +2 on the way for his Lings. He is at 1-1. Jinro is at 1-0. Those 3 Lings are going to go down, but he does see these Banelings coming in, and he will be turtling up so hard right now. 3 barracks just about complete. He is splitting up his Marines, so 1 Fung Growth does not ruin him. Does have kind of a Sim City up here. Going to be building a supply depot bunker and another supply depot. Getting a complete wall in this area with the bunker behind this. It's going to be so good, but we do have Banelings coming out. Banelings out, but they don't have speed just yet. Will he be waiting for that speed? It does not look like it. Here he goes. He is going in, and those Lings doing quite a bit of damage. Fung Growth is going off. Those Banelings going to go for these Marines. Some good target firing by Jinro, just taking those Banelings down. Banelings do absolutely 0 damage. We still have 3 left on the supply depots. Infested Terrans going off behind the supply depots, preventing the SCVs from repairing that. Infestors look like they are out of energy, so they are retreating from the battle very safe. Not losing a single infestor here, doing so much damage, taking out 16 SCVs. And most importantly, he has taken out a lot of Jinro's army. Jinro does have enough units where he could move out, but infestors could ruin the day as they are gaining that energy. And while he is droning up right now, he's actually building more infestors and more lings, so it looks like he smells weakness, or smells blood, and is going to go in for the kill. But if he wanted to, these infestors just gaining energy is like him building units. He could be droning up behind it, taking more bases, which is what I would do if I was him. But he thinks he can take this out, and he is going to do just that. He is spreading his creep very well. Keep in mind, where your creep stops spreading is where the tanks start sieging. So it being out here means that Jinro can't really move past this mark with his tanks. And now we have the Ling splitting up to take all the watchtowers. The Marine is at 1-1. The Ling is at 2-1. The Marine will beat a Ling on 101. And we have a dropship coming here, but Merong may scout this. And, oh, that dropship just narrowly misses this one Ling. Will it fly over top of this one? It will be very close. We do have another Ling up here, and that's it so far. 3 Marines going to get caught, or this drop just getting caught in general by Merong. And infestors are very good at dealing with drops. This one does go undetected. And looks like he will be taking out this 4th base momentarily. These Lings are going to come. Jinro throws a scan just to see them all. Marines trying to run into more Marines where he can defend this and take out some Lings. Does a decent job at taking those out. Jinro is actually unloading right here. He may think that Merong has a base up here. Sensor tower did just complete. We do have a hive on the way for Merong. It's a little bit late, but he does have a lot of infestors. Has, I want to say, 9 infestors. Is that it? Yeah, 9 infestors. So like I said, 6 to 9 infestors is all you need, and that's exactly what he has. And now Jinro doesn't have that many tanks. We're about to see how good these infestors are against Marine tank with a low number of tanks. Now this one infested Terran forces the tanks, shoots that, and now all the Lings do run in. Lings getting up close and personal to a lot of tanks. Some tanks sieging up in the back here. But Merong just doing so much damage at the same time. Jinro is going to go take out Merong's 4th base. But Merong has actually not come off even, it looks like. Jinro being very cost effective, losing about 1,200 less than Merong, and now taking out this base. Jinro doing a marvelous job right now. But Merong only lost 1 infestor in that engagement. That is very good. And he didn't use much energy. Those infestors are going to be very scary for an upcoming attack. Did take out 2 tanks of Jinro. Jinro did rebuild those 2 tanks. Merong is up to, I want to say 2-2 upgrades now? No, still just 2-1. That second upgrade almost done. Now those Lings see those tanks out of siege mode and I'm going to run in. All the tanks very close together. They all get phone growth, not needed. And now infestors just going to keep going, but they should go back. Marines taking a lot of them down. 6 more, though, are being built. They don't have any energy to phone growth, so they are going to retreat. But Jinro, oh my god, he picked up one of those tanks in the medevac, saving its life. Very nice play. Merong does have 2 more hatches building up in the top left positions. And 1 Marine just outside of a sensor tower range, so we can see what is coming. Merong did lose a lot of infestors that time going into this unit production, unit lost. We do have Jinro around a 2k advantage, a little bit less, and now doing a drop over here, not doing too much damage. Keep in mind, he did take out this base. Merong, though, did double expand into these 2 locations. Now he's going to try another drop. We have Infested Terran off. Not enough energy to phone growth. This Infested sides. No, he does get a phone growth, and that medevac will be falling. But Jinro is going to take this time to move out with all his Marines and tanks. Keep in mind, there's plenty of infestors here, and those Marines could easily get phone growth and killed. There we go, Lings coming out, not going to waste another phone growth. Very nice call. Those Lings, though, taking quite a big hit from that siege tank. 2 kills, 1 kill, so maybe not. 3 Lings dead. 1 infestor now going to burrow. Looks like he is going to be using infested Terrans to snipe tanks. And there we go, 2 tanks do get infested eggs on. And neither of them do go down, but they both are at half health. Actually, I took it at 3 tanks. Oh, 1 back there. Another one is coming. And it looks like another tank is going down. Maybe another one. Infested Terrans go on those Marines, forcing the medevacs to use more energy. At the same time, Jinro moving out with a few Marines right here. Lings do this, then going to try to get Ace around and decide, oh, it's not worth it as tanks do start shooting them. But so far, one tank has fallen to those infestors shooting off infested Terrans. We do have all of them moving back. He will try to get another tank. And, just losing that one. A little bit careless there. Jinro checking if that base has been rebuilt, but no, it hasn't. And Jinro's going to smell something because he's on 4 bases. And he knows Merong would not let it get to 3 base Zerg to 4 base Terran. So Jinro is going to go out to scout right now. Looks like another tank does get taken out. This one tank is about a quarter health taken out. Scan goes down, but that infestor is long gone. Very nice and patient play by Merong right now, just burning infestors, killing one tank at a time until he got these Ultralisk Scout. Now he's making a bunch of banelings. And, looks like a drop did come or something. But there's really nothing left at that one base. We do have the Marine scouting out this one base. Marine going to take out the Ling. Oh no, the Ling does take out that Marine. That's very odd. Jinro, they're going to come with a handful of Marines. This one base is definitely going to be falling down, as Merong can't leave his base due to Jinro's hold on this area. And it looks like he's going to try to do it anyways, but if he does this, no, he's just going to go set up his units, get the spread, lead with one Ultralisk, absorb a lot of those tank shots, and then get in. Those Banelings, though, are going to be targeted down by those tanks. Actually, the Banelings are just going to blow up on the tanks, getting them all down very quickly. Infestor's going to come. One Ultra going to go off the reserve to take out that one tank. Foam growth goes down. We have a big engagement right here. Those Ultras just demolishing the Marines. Jinro in a little bit of trouble. We have Merong up at a 20 supply lead. He did lose this one base, but Jinro does not know about the base. Just up and to the left. Those Marines just going up and down in that medevac. And now Jinro is going to drop on this main, trying to pull Merong back because he knows he is in trouble. Merong not going to take the bait. He's like, you know what? Kill my drones. Kill a few drones. I don't care. I'm going to kill your bases. Merong not even going to take the time to scout the base up here. Instead, he is just going to be going for all the production. He knows Jinro lost a lot, and his infestors still have plenty of energy. Look at all those infested Terrans come down. That tank is long gone. But we do have the Banshee out. 4 Banshees can one-shot infestors, and 1 Banshee can just be annoying as hell and take them out very slowly. But Jinro is at risk of losing quite a bit here. Those infestors are going to burrow. Infested Terrans could target down this command center if they want. This tank is in trouble as 3 Ultralists do come. And 3 Ultras are pretty scary. I mean, they're coming. The Marines going down very quick. Another tank does come out with Metashik Micro. He could take it out. There he goes, picking up the tank with that Micro. It is going to be letting loose behind the barracks where he can go in safely in siege mode. That one tank blows up one of those infestors and walks through the corpse. Meanwhile, we have more Lings and Ultras storming in. Jinro in a lot of trouble. This Banshee is up to 13 kills, but his main is under siege. This one tank is 3 kills. This one tank now going siege, has SCV surrounding it, so Lynx can't take it out. But these Ultras just doing so much damage. And now he's even into this 3rd base. The Ultra going to come in with some Lynx, take out more and more SCVs. Jinro in a lot of trouble right now. He tried to land this orbital command, it looks like, to block it off. But, I mean, there's been a stream of units come in. Look at these Ultras just being so well. Look at the Micro from Jinro saving all his units. That tank in the red, picking it up at the last second. And looks like these Ultralisks will be falling very soon. The Banshee, 1 kill. Looks like that is a new one. And a lot of Lings here. This base, pretty much all the SCVs have gone down. 21 SCVs, 260 drones. But if you look, Merong doesn't really have that many minerals left at his bases. And Jinro has his Marines right here. Hasn't gone to scout that one base just yet. We do have a lot of Banelings moving in to take out this PF. We do have a drone transfer. The Marines are going to be running away to go back to defend, but they're going to see this drone transfer and know about that base. The Banelings, though, do take out that PF. But because of this drone transfer, now Jinro does know, oh my god, you got a base up here. And this base is going to get taken out. Jinro knows, oh my god, he's only going to be on 3 bases. I still have a chance. We do have 3 Lings bird. Jinro's going to have to waste a scan. He doesn't have any SCV, so he doesn't want to burn any scans. But he's going to have to. That hatch does go down. Merong almost out of minerals. He doesn't really have that much more left to mine. Both his natural and main, natural and 3rd, looks like they all have between 300 and 400 left. This one has 65. I mean, that just shows you Merong right now in trouble. He is switching over to Mutalisk play. But keep in mind, those Mutalisk, the upgrades are at 0-0, while the Marines are at 3-3 with medevacs. That is not going to be good for Merong. What I think he should do is, I guess that was an Ultralisk the Banshee just killed. I don't know exactly what that was. But what Merong should probably be doing is taking advantage of bird banelings and infestors. I don't think these mutas are going to really do that much damage, just because, again, the Marines are at 3-3. But bird banelings could be so good. Jinro wants to use his mules because he doesn't have any SCVs. So putting those bird banelings out would allow Merong the map control he needs to go take more bases. But Jinro, not letting that happen, does have Marines positioned around the map, just checking in for that. Mutas are going to come in, and this does give him the anti-air so he can attack floating buildings, which is good, I guess. But these Marines are just going to be so cost-effective against these mutas. He does have infestors, so the mutas are going to act kind of like Brood Lords and try to group up the Marines like they just did. But all those infestors right now going down to just 2. 58 lings on the way, though, and Jinro does not have that much. And those mutas now going to take out all the Marines. They can now take out the tanks. If they take out the tanks, that will be it. All the tanks unsieging, so they don't get taken out by the infestor. That infestor is going to be going down. It's down to 1 infestor for Merong. Jinro really needs to gather up these Marines because, well, he needs them for all the lings that are about to be storming in. Oh my god, Jinro, so much trouble right now. His tanks, 0-0 upgrades. Those lings, 3-3 upgrades. The mutas down to so low. He spent so much money on mutas. Banshees, though, do have cloak, and they will be able to take out these banelings. 1 baneling does go down. That second one will be going down. The Banshee does cloak to avoid muta damage. It ignores 1 baneling. That's a little bit odd. And just came in the red. I don't know why. He doesn't know that they get full HP. A little bit of mistargeting for Jinro right there. Lings running in, but those banelings do get taken out. They go again on those tanks. Marines with some great micro go up where those lings cannot get the surround. And the few Marines left will be able to handle the mutalisks, I believe, and Merong is forced to run away. Jinro, 56 supply. Merong at 74 supply. But this Banshee doing so much damage over here, just taking out the drones. It's not going to really make a difference because he's oversaturated. Killing the Queen, I think, would be a beneficial thing. But, mutas are coming. He is forcing an Overseer. Merong doesn't really want to build that Overseer just because he is off so low income. Look at all this. 65 minerals, 160, 40, 20, 25. So he's got like 400 minerals left. He can barely just build another hatch with everything he's mining. And now losing a lot of drones, the Banshee is going to be running away. Of course, the Overlord speed upgrade is not out, so the Banshee is going to be a little bit quicker. And as I was saying in the beginning stage of this game, energy units are like unit production. The longer it goes on, the stronger they become. So we do have Jinro getting a Raven that will prevent any mutalist shots. The muta's going to go target these tech labs. I don't know how smart that is, as Jinro is not going to be building any more tech labs. That Banshee is... Actually, the mutas may be in a high number where they can just kill the Marines, but more Marines are coming in. Keep in mind, the Marines will be very cost-effective at 3-3 upgrades versus 1-0 upgrades. We do have Merong with a lot of lings. He wants to go in, but there's still 2 tanks here for Jinro. Merong down to 87 minerals, and oh my god, 20 minerals left. He doesn't have enough to build another hatch, and this is going to be so bad for him. And he's going to be forced to long-distance mine, where this muta is going back and forth right now, just trying to come in and do some damage. And the muta's going to come in, take out a barracks, it looks like, and Jinro is transitioning into snipe just again. Those cloaked units are so good come late game. Not cloaked. Yeah, they're so good. Cloaked units are good. But energy units are so good come late game. These ghosts are going to be so ridiculously cost effective with that snipe. These mutas will drop so quickly, and also they can snipe the overseers, which will allow the Banshees to just be so more effective. And now the mutalisk, 1 will be falling to those snipes, and gets a shot off on that overseer again. It takes 5 snipes to kill an overseer, but that is nothing. Merong is doing long distance mining. Looks like he's mining off of this base. That's not going to be effective. He really needs to get another hatch up. And of course, the Raven will be able to throw down the point defense drone, nullifying the muta damage. And also, it is detection against burrowed banelings. So, as I was saying earlier, what Merong want to do is get burrowed banelings to get map control and take another base. He can't do that because of the Raven. Very nice play by Jinro right now. And also, the Raven doubles with auto turrets are pretty nice. And looks like the mutas are going to take out these barracks. And that's not going to be too much of a deal. Look at Jinro's income. He can build 3 Marines per minute, it looks like. And he's got 4 production right here. So as long as these 2 barracks don't fall, he's going to take 0 damage for this. And now the Marines are going to be coming up close. And he's going to have to pull those mutas back to defend. And all Merong needs right now is 1 good fungal growth and baneling hit. And that could be GG. He does have 1 infestor with 200 energy. And he's going to have 9 banelings. That's what this game is going to be coming down to. These mutas are going to try to be as sneaky as possible. We do have drones still long distance mining. And he is getting banelings. So he's not going for that hatch. He knows how much trouble he's in. And he knows if he wins an engagement, he wins the game. Changeling's coming in just to watch this army try to catch the tanks out of siege mode. And gets a good volley on a tank. And Jinro can't really afford to repair the tanks either. So every hit matters at this point. I can't believe how long the game has gone on since that early destruction of the archers in the base at 20 minutes. There are 2 ghosts right here, and they can snipe these mulas, so they won't be cost effective anymore. Gets 1 tank, and I think lost 1 infestor there, as I do have 1 missing. Another changeling going out, just going to hide in this army. Immediately gets taken out by a ghost. And now the overseer is not going to get... Oh, there we go. It does get taken out. Another changeling is out, holding the watchtower. 2 marines. 1 goes down. Every marine kill does count. Every single mineral and kill counts when it's 60 supply, 256, and neither player has a good mining on. Both players long distance mining at this point in the game. And another tank is going to get caught out of position. And now Jinro just left with Banshees and Ghost and Bio, of course. So Bio and Banshees, no more tanks, so these Lings are going to be effective now. And if he gets a fungal growth off, those tanks won't be able to get all the banelings down. Jinro will be forced to manually snipe the banelings. Infestor is leading the way. Doesn't have a change there. He's using his mutas as vision. And the Banshee actually being used as an observer of the cloaked unit, just hiding around, seeing where everything is, ensuring he doesn't get hit by an infestor. Very good play by Jinro right now. All the units are back there, just hiding out behind the mineral line. He doesn't want Jinro to find all of his units. Wants Jinro to think the mutas are all he has left. Now a big stim going up. Everything is clumped up. We do have the infestor leading the way, and we're about to have a fungal growth go off. Banelings coming in. Jinro losing so much. Does lift up in a medevac just in the nick of time. Oh my god. If he did not get that medevac lift off, well, it only saved 1 marine. Oh my god. Jinro. He's in a lot of trouble right now. Doesn't really have the marines to deal with the mutas. 7 marines. I guess there's 6 mutas out, so yes, he barely has the marines to deal with these mutas. So Merong still looking like he's in a little bit of trouble. Does have that infestor. What's the energy look like on that? Could be moving out his queens and fight with transfuse and just hope he can out micro Jinro with that transfuse. The ghosts are taken out, so he doesn't have to worry about EMP. And looks like Merong is going to take that 1 tank, but Jinro does lift it up just in the nick of time. Very clutch lift up by Jinro. And these Lings spread across the map. He needs them now with this army. Every single Ling counts. He's got 4 Lings, and they are all spread out. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all he has. There's 4 Lings, the 1 Baneling, the 1 Infestor, and the 4 Mutas. That's his army. And, of course, the 3 Queens with good energy. And if he would have taken out this tank, I think with Transfuse, he could have won that game. I think that lift up by Jinro may have just sealed the game for him, as he has lifted up his base, puts those mules down. You can look at the income. 1,500. He is building a lot of Marines. And now he's going to be landing his command center at this base. And all he has to do is put the tank down there with the Marines, and that is GG. That locks the game in. Well, I guess an Infestor could burrow and get some nice Infested Terrans off. And that's the only thing Merong could do. Drones now attacking that, but this, folks, right now should be GG. Mules are going to completely mine this patch out almost instantly. Now Jinro just staying down here, going to siege up the tank, does have the Marines, has the income to build more Marines. There's nothing Merong can do at this point. Jinro has just done the impossible and won this game. Coming out when those Infestors came in his base, going at 20 SCVs. He lost like 69 SCVs at 20 minutes into the game, went down to 20, and just microed his butt off, sniping bases, making Merong not mine anymore, and came back. Look at the workers killed. 69 SCVs, 67 drones. Jinro, what an amazing win. Your TVZ is superb, sir. Hope you make the GSL Code A very soon. But you know what, guys? The cast, not over yet. We got to go into SC2 gears and just admire Jinro and Merong a little bit more. If you're new to my cast, I do this every time. We learn some things. I teach you how to use SC2 gears, analyze your own replays. It is a lot of fun. And yes, right now I am just buying time to switch over into SC2 gears. And I hope you enjoyed that cast. The quality, I bumped it up a little bit. Hopefully it's better than normal. If you notice a difference, let me know. I love getting comments. I read every single comment. And you know what I love more than comments? Subscriptions. I want to get to 1,000 subscriptions before July 14th because that's my birthday. I want to hit 1,000 on my birthday. How awesome would that be? But now we are in SC2 gears, so I'm going to be switching on over. The APM tab. The macro for Merong at 76. The micro at 240. Holy cow, that's so much micro APM. His macro 51, his micro 159 for Jinro. But the redundancy for Merong, 66%. Holy cow, did you spam, sir? Jinro's APM, 26%. And I just want to point out the fact Merong, with 66% redundancy, if he does that every game, right now he's probably not playing optimally. Right now he's trying to become a faster player. And when you do that, you just spam your keys all day, and you start playing horribly. Trust me, you play horribly with a 66% redundancy. However, over time, playing like that, you start finding things, oh, I can do this, I can build drones so much faster, I can do everything so much faster. That redundancy starts going down, and then you just become much better. You can't really become a faster player without learning to spam. So if your redundancy is at 20%, your APM is not going to slowly increase over time, really. Unless you're at like 50 APM, then of course, you'll become a faster player. But once you hit like 100, 150, your APM is going to slowly increase. If you want it to increase, you have to become faster, very fast. Just hit keys all throughout the game. And then over time, those keystrokes will be meaningful. So Merong, I think in about 6 months, if he keeps at it, he'll be very strong. He played marvelously, and with 66% redundancy, I think he was trying to become faster, not necessarily win the game. Jinro, his EAPM was 154. His redundancy was 26. That's more about average. Jinro's APM, the spam, that the EAPM was 210. Merong was at 317. Let's go over into... Let's check it in the injects. That's what this is called. So in the early stage of the game, when he's just doing his build, when everything he knows how to do, up to about 13 minutes in game, then he has a 7.4 gap. Very nice. 7.4 seconds is insanely good. And then once the action oh, whoa. I guess halfway through, I mean, when the action came up, he never really slowed down too much. It went to an 18.2 second, mainly because of this one hatch way down here. Was probably because he didn't have a queen here. He just didn't hotkey this hatch. This hatch is throwing off his injects. And then near the end, when he stopped injecting, because he wasn't really mining in this portion of the game. It was at a 24.3. Then he finished it off with... Why isn't that changing? I don't know. That's odd. That gap's not changing as I move this cursor. Oh well. There's a reason for that. I just don't know it. Let's just move on. Going into the unit tiers. We can see Merong. He kind of gave up building lings near the end of the game. You can see ling, ling, ling. And then near the end when it became very cost effective, he morphed his lings into banelings, and he built infestors and overseers. He got 5 meters right here, and then he kind of stopped building mutalisks. Pretty good call. Jinro, all throughout the game, he was building Marines. You had this one period where he wasn't building anything at all. And then all of a sudden, when he landed all the mules, you see him getting another Banshee. And he got a few tanks right here doing all that base trading or using up his gas, I guess. Resources spent. You can see that Merong outclassed Jinro and spent. That's not unusual for Zerg to beat a Terran in spent resources. But you can see right here at the late of the game, it kind of just tapers off because neither player were mining. That's pretty interesting. Jinro below in the gas too. I mean, he didn't really spend gas from this point to this point in the game. Pretty cool. Overall, gas spent for Jinro was 10k. Merong had 20k, so Merong double the gas. Jinro had 40k. Merong had 52k in minerals. So overall, Jinro spent 50k in that game. Merong spent 72. Merong spent around 2,200 minerals more than Jinro. Going to the army supply, it looks just like the spent. Those graphs pretty much identical. Let's see, what else is there? Go to this. Take that grid off. We don't need that. We can see that Merong did 18 burrows, 9 unburrows. Morphed 8 overseers, manually detonated 1 baneling, built 5 changelings, morphed 162 banelings, did the attack move command 354 times, but Jinro, 902. And that's that stutter step micro for you. 55 fungal growths that game and 68 infested Terrans. That is a lot of infestor use. So for Jinro, he let loose 2-point defense drones, 67 friggin' snipes, 1 decloak, 8 cloaks, 1 PF, went into siege mode 44 times and only out of it 13 times, 9 repairs, 97 stims, 2 call down extra supplies, 21 scans, 37 mules that game. And how much money is a mule? Is it 300? So 337, like 5k minerals for mules. Is that, let's see, 21? That's over 5k. Let's just check that out real quick. I could do it in my head, but after casting, you don't, like, if you haven't casted before, you don't know what those long games do to, like, your state of mind. 11k, that was half off. Oh, man, that's horrible. Ugh. Yeah, that's 9k. 3 times 3, 9k. Then 7, 21, of course. Yeah, not. Don't know why I said that. Maybe I was thinking 30. Who knows? Let's just move on. That's why casters don't like doing math. That's it. After these long games, your brain is just absolutely depleted. Even as a caster. And that's really about it. So I hope you enjoy the game. Take care, and I will see you next time. Peace out. Have a good night. Cast every day, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my cast.